Hello, this is New Vision TV. I am Lynn Komjisha. The Constitution Amendment Bill has been gazetted, and while it may contain clauses to be reviewed, the most controversial would be the lifting of the 75 years limit for standing for presidency. Now, New Vision TV looks at the history of the presidency and the 1995 Constitution.
To be fair to President Yoweri Museveni, a constitutional amendment to remove the age limit for president would not be made for him alone. Unlike the 2005 amendment to remove the term limits, for which he was the only human being who could benefit from it, being the only person who had been elected president twice under the constitution, the removal of age limit could benefit several people, in fact many people. Eligible strong candidates who could stand in 2021 if the age limit were removed include Dr. Paul Kawanga Ssemwogerere, who in his early 80s is surprisingly still fit, mentally and physically, having led a very correct lifestyle. With Museveni himself in the race, the re-entrance of old guards would pit them against middle-aged men led by Dr. Kizza Besigye. In 2021, the youth will also likely field a strong candidate like Robert Kyagulanyi to further make the race less predictable. When the Constitutional Commission led by Justice Benjamin Odoki was gathering people's views for the draft constitution in the early 90s, the presidency was regarded all round as an institution that can be dangerous given the experience of Idi Amin and Obote, and a lot of thought was expended on how to tame it. The first safeguard to guard against the president becoming a burden was to impose a limit of the 5-year terms. This was removed by Parliament in 2005. The other controls on the presidential powers included the Appointments Committee that vets and approves the president's nominees for senior positions like ministers. The committee ever rejected some nominees like Nasa Sebagala, who the president had wanted to appoint minister without portfolio. The committee also tried to block Honorable Ida Nantaba as State Minister for Lands but did not succeed. An important check on the presidency still in place is the limit of 75 years beyond which a person cannot stand for presidency. President Yoweri Museveni himself has expressed support for the 75-year limit, saying at that age one no longer has the required ability to lead as head of state. Museveni was then 71. This means, even if the age limit is removed, President Museveni might not seek election, unless under pressure from the NRM party caucus. Justice Minister Major General Kahinda Otafire has downplayed the lifting of age limit, telling the media that the article on age limit was not written in heaven and can't be removed if the people want.
All articles of the Constitution are amenable to amendment. There is nothing special about Article 102. All articles of the Constitution can be amended, including those which are entrenched. There are those which are entrenched. They have a provision for how they are amended. There are those which require referendum. They are also provided for. The Constitution was made by the people of Uganda. If the people of Uganda so choose to change any article of the Constitution, me, Kahinda Otafire, has no right to stop them.
You're still watching New Vision TV, and now for Pearl of Africa series, we take a look at a place of healing for the wild. Uganda Wildlife Education Center has a wildlife hospital and quarantine area where all wild animals kept at the zoo are treated from. The well-facilitated hospital is located at the zoo and is said to be the national referral hospital for all wildlife animals. Take a look.
An operation, an X-ray machine, drip bottles are some of the equipment found in this hospital. But it is not your everyday hospital. It is Uganda's only national referral hospital for wildlife animals based at the Uganda Wildlife Education Center in Entebbe. Here, animals are given first-class treatment from very qualified vets.
Where we put animals that need surgeries, that need operation. This is where they operate from. But you cannot bring a giraffe here. So this is for the chimpanzees. So giraffe, we can maybe take them to the holding, then we work them from there. So this is the X-ray machine, mobile X-ray machine. So this is the one we use to take the X-ray for animals that have injuries. We need to know if an animal has a compound fracture
Just like a human being who would need oxygen during an operation, there are certain species of wild animals that need such attention.
And health checks, as I said, you have to do to know. You have to at least make sure that the animals you have here, they are safe for this environment, to the community, and even other animals.
Tumwesige says the major cases registered are injuries and ear infections from animals.
Sometimes you find they have some sickness, like the chimps, when they are young, when they come here, you find they have some ear infection. We had one, was Sunny, had ear infection, which was treated. Then, but most of them, they are injuries, and then and health checks, as I say.
Not every day is a good day at the hospital. Sometimes an animal dies, but instead of feeling the loss of the animal, at the hospital a post-mortem is performed to examine further the cause of death, as Tumwesige explains.
So, every animal, this is a post-mortem room that dies here. However much small it is, however much big it is, we have to find out what killed it or what happened. Sometimes you receive an animal, let's say it is injured, so we have to find out really what was the biggest cause. If it happens, you lose an animal, because these are living organisms, so you have to find out. If it is so chronic or maybe acute, it can spread very fast, so we have to control, because we don't want like a disease comes in and then you don't know about it. So we have to do postmortem.
It should be noted that all wildlife animals are sent to this hospital for treatment. For more Pearl of Africa stories, visit www.newvision.co.ug. I am Ruth Naseje.
And that's all we had for you. Thank you for watching. Be sure to catch more of your updates on your mobile, on your desktop, on your tablet, anywhere in the world by visiting www.newvision.co.ug. I am Lynn Komjisha.